Right, talking to Mickey Collins after the 3-1 win at VCD on Saturday. First win, Mickey.
Oh, delighted. Absolutely delighted. The only thing I'm gutted about is against my good pal. So, but yeah, really delighted. Takes the pressure off a bit because, you know what, we probably heaped it on ourselves in pre-season, and then I know we haven't been far off it. We really haven't, and we just changed things in the week and we simplified it. I thought Tuesday night we were really poor, and we came here today with a different game plan. We're lucky we made some good signings in the week, which was positive, and then we was. I thought we was decent. I thought it was decent for our win. You know, they had chances second half, but you know, I thought we saw it out. It was a much more professional performance today.
Yes, you were far from complimentary about the Three Bridges defeat, but today everyone stood up and did their bit.
Absolutely, it's a long season. We know that, and you know what, to get off the mark was what we needed to do. And I've got to be honest. I thought it was going to be a tougher ask today. I thought we'd really, would we get 3 points? I wasn't 100% sure we would. But I say we've been that close, but we were so poor on Tuesday night to try and pick them up and be different today, and so I totally changed it. Totally changed what we were doing, the dynamic, how we wanted to play, different personnel, and fortunately it's paid off. And do you know what? The thing I'm really pleased about is the character they've showed. We've given the penalty away, and then we've gone up the other end and should have had a penalty, blatant in my opinion, probably more than their one. And we still haven't buckled, and before we probably would have, and we showed strength and character, and then we've scored 3 before half-time, and then we've seen the job out under some big pressure from them. Don't get me wrong, they're a very good side, and they'll be up there in and around the playoffs. Keith's a bloody good manager, and I'm pleased that we've done it. I'm just saying, I'm disappointed it's against my pal.
Let's start with the formation. You went 4-5-1 at the start, changed it as the game wore on, but what made you change it?
I just thought that we were just squandering possession in too many places, and you know what, we've stuck with a system where we've tried to really, really play football, and I thought just today, and I said to the boys, we'll do it for one game, see how it is, and then we've got a lot more options up front now with Zach back and Will Cole we've just signed. So I just looked at it on its merits and thought, look, let's go out there and be in the game for as long as we can, and then can we affect it late on? And luckily we managed to do the business in the first half. And
having gone a goal down to that disputed penalty, great burst towards the end of the first half, 3 goals, and I have to mention one player, Alec Fiddis, who seemed to be involved in all of them.
Oh, he's been incredible, Al. You know what, he's ex-pro, he's played levels, and he came in pre-season. He'd be the first to admit that he wasn't up to his sharpest, and he's getting fitter and fitter. We've changed his position a little bit. He'd rather play on the wide, but I think he can cause damage in the middle, and he's proven it game after game for us. And what we've got to do is we've got to be dynamic and make sure that we work hard around him to get him on the ball, and that happened today. And credit to him, but he's a very, very good player. We've got some good players in there. You know what, everyone's looking at it and writing us off, and we're 6 games in, and you know what, we're probably off the bottom now, and it takes the pressure off till Tuesday, but that win means nothing if we go to Tuesday and put in a performance like we did last Tuesday.
A slight change in personnel. Billy Bennett went a week or so ago, and Jake McIntyre has gone this week. I don't know whether they were your decision or the respective players' decisions, but you brought in Fraser Walker and Will Johnson-Colt. Tell us about the outgoings, first of all.
Yeah, at the end of the day, Bill thought his time was up at the club, wasn't enjoying it and wanted to go. And you know what, you're going to run that risk. And Jake McIntyre exactly the same. You know what, them boys have been inside and they're not used to losing a lot. And sometimes you just got to grind it out and go through it. Some players want to stay around and do that, some don't. That's football, Hold nothing against them, wish him all the best for the future. Billy's been amazing for us over the time he's been here. And, we brought him out of obscurity. He's playing Sunday morning football again, and he's come back and won a league title for us. And it's been exceptional. And you know what? When players go like that, they go with your blessing, and hopefully he'll go to Beckenham, where he's playing now, and goes and gets another league title because he deserves it. And Jake the same. He came in pre-season, tried his hardest, and one reason or another, he's not enjoyed it and he's not worked it out. That's a footballing decision he's made. But we've been working on signings for quite a while. It just doesn't happen quickly, and you just got to be patient. And I knew it was happening. Will Cole, we was waiting for, and now he's come in. That gives us different dynamic with a bit more pace. To get Zach back's like a new signing. That's massive. Zach Atwood back in the squad, and Fraser, he's something we needed. We needed a bit more solidity at the back, and I just think maybe we've been a bit too fluffy. Now we've looked at the league and how the team's set up and what they're about, and we tried to be just a little bit more solid today, and I think it's paid dividends.
2 players that you knew about, that you had some dealings with in the past? How did you come by them?
No, Will's come highly recommended, and he's been watched. We've had him watched for quite a while, and even though he's in the lower levels, listen, the kid comes with pedigree. He was at Palace as a pro from 16 to 20. Then he went off to Sweden and played pro there, came back, and then he was around the Ryman for a little bit and got disillusioned. And then fair play to him, he's took down a step, gone to Punjab, really done well, top goal scorer from last year, smashed it. And then he felt the same. It's time to step up again and go and test himself. So credit to him, and he's come on today and put in a great shift for us. And Fraser I've known for a long time. Fraser's a very good defender. We tried to get him in before, but we were looking, Embo was injured at the time, and we were looking at left-back cover. Didn't work for us, didn't work for him, so he never signed. And then now he's come in from Corinthian Casuals, where he got promoted with him last year. Knows the level, and you see today, solid. And what a great debut. For me, ain't put a foot wrong. And you need that, and we need it, and we won't stop there. There's one or two more that we're looking at that we'll make sure we pick correctly, and hopefully onwards and upwards.
We got to half time. Talking about the second half, with that lead, it was all about keeping solid and making sure that you didn't concede. Yeah,
and I think we have to give them credit, because I think at the end of the day they stopped us doing probably what we were trying to do in the first half, and they pinned us in a little bit. Again, when you're on a bad winning or a losing run, you actually are under pressure then, and so ultimately you drop deep and then you invite pressure on. But you know what, they've had chances, but so have we. I just think we changed it a little bit second half. I thought instead of doing what we were doing first, we sort of went in our shell a bit, I'd say. But again, you can't just put that on us. That's a credit to them. Fortunately today we had enough steel and enough grit to actually see it out, whereas in other games we haven't.
And you see the name Charlie McDonald on the team sheet, and you do fear for him getting amongst you, but today the only real effort he had was the penalty.
Yeah, and he had one near post, and you know what, and that's him, that's trademark Charlie, and what a player, what a pro, and Ali Fazzini, you look at them two quality, and our players, I just said to him, you shared the pitch with them, you've got to take that as a they're quality pros, and Charlie Mack, what a lovely guy, and do you know what? To be fair, Jack Miles has done a job there. He's got across near post, blocked it. Charlie scores there with 10 to play, and then it's different ball game. But I thought, apart from the penalty, I thought we marshalled him well. It's a positive all round. Everyone, backroom staff, all of us, we've been pushing for this to get our first 3 points, and fortunately we've done it. And what we've done, might not work Tuesday, but it's worked today, and I'll enjoy that moment because it's our first ever win in this league, my first ever win at this level, and away from home, I don't think many saw us getting this result today.
And on the ground where you won the title.
I just said that to the boys in the changing room. You know what? It's funny, isn't it? You come to places and we came here and won a league title. Obviously not against VCD. It was against their against Erith last year. And then to come back today and get our first win, it's great. Long way to go, but do you know what? I'm pleased for them, Andrew. The fact that the boys have put in such a shift from pre-season. It's not worked out our way yet, but I've always been confident enough that this ain't a long-term problem. And now they understand the level and what we have to attain every week. Hopefully, it'll be the turning point.
Well, it doesn't get any easier because you've got to go to Whitstable Tuesday and then you've got Hythe at home next Saturday.
Exactly right.
Enjoy the victory. Somebody said the other day you've got to enjoy wins because they are so hard to get in any league. You probably subscribe to that theory as well.
Football's always been like that, and I've been fortunate enough in my managerial career, my playing career, to be quite successful and not have that many losses. So this is a bit new to all of us. So to actually, but do you know what? It stands you in good stead because you actually get disappointed losing, and then you start working harder. I'll be honest. Me and Wilf have spoke probably 3 hours every day for a week on the phone. I think my missus thinks I'm having an affair with him. It's been like that because we graft that hard to make things right because we won't accept defeat. And we've done it. And do you know what? I'm chuffed for us too. Because of the effort we've put in this week, it's actually come to our fruition. And do you know what? They've delivered for us today, but we've done the work behind the scenes. And it's a credit to all of us.